Yo, what'd you think of Morbius? You liked it? You liked it? Oh, that's good. I just realized I'm the only person who likes it. It's literally me and a dog. That's so sad. Alright guys, this is my review for Morbius. If you guys are on my TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube, Lumil. If you're on my YouTube, follow my TikTok, Lumil on TikTok. Let's get into it. As the trailer said, people are strange. Those same people are the ones who liked this movie. Like me, I still loved it and I still don't know why. Like, it is not an April Fool's joke. The thing is, like, it's April Fool's and no one's gonna take me seriously. You guys heard me correctly. I loved Morbius, and there is not a gun to my head. I want to get one thing clear. Many things, but there are barely any action scenes in this entire movie. I can genuinely only think of two, and one of them is the final fight, which is I kind of zoned out for that, if I'm being honest. I barely even remember it. I could say a lot of bad things about this movie, and I will, but let me focus on the few good parts of it as well. I thought the entire cast was very good. I always wanted Leto in a Marvel movie, and I think he did great. Adria had the best performance if you ask me, and I surprisingly liked Matt Smith more than I thought I would. He wasn't a generic villain, which the trailers made him out to be, and the only time I felt tension in this movie was when he was in the subway with Jared Leto. Jared's walking away as we see Matt slowly walk into the frame behind him and continue to follow him. You kind of hear his voice at first, and then he walks into the frame and the camera focus isn't on him, which I thought was a great choice. And if you're wondering why I'm breaking down a 2-second shot like this, it's because I'm really trying to find something good to say about this movie. The actor who played a younger version of Matt Smith was surprisingly great as well. I hope he gets casted for projects more often. But I love how this movie offers a fresh take on the hero and the villain being alike trope. Some that come to mind are Tony Stark and Obadiah Stane, Matt Murdock and Fisk, etc. But Leto and Smith start out as genuine friends at first. I wish the trailers didn't reveal that Smith would become evil, because that would have been a great twist. Morbius as a child promised to find a cure for him and every single Milo in the world. You guys know what I mean if you saw the movie. They obviously get that cure, but it ends up becoming the monster Morbius is. Matt Smith doesn't think so. He thinks that's who he's supposed to be. So these two characters get the blood. Morbius focuses on the conflict and ethics of it all, while Matt focuses on the solution and fixing himself. Because at one point he says we don't deserve to live like this, which I 100% agree with. And that whole blood plot point storyline kind of reminded me of Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2, so that made me laugh. But we can agree with the villain's goal. That makes them a great character, but it's the measures they decide to take that determine whether they're considered a villain or not. I love the post-credit scene, especially the first one. Unlike many people, I also have a theory I partially got right, and I'm so happy about so far, which I'll share on my YouTube and TikTok as soon as more people see this movie, which is unlikely. So follow Lumia on TikTok, so stay tuned for that. But moving on with the review, there was this reveal halfway in the movie that I don't know if we were supposed to figure out. Before it even happened, I was like, yeah, I know exactly who this is. I thought this movie was weirdly investing. The entire thing, especially the montages in the beginning, gave me Richard and May Parker vibes from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I love this movie. The mid-credit scene was my favorite. However, I do think it's worse than Venom 1 and 2. If I were to rank the Sony universe, which consists of Venom 1, 2, and Morbius, best to worst, I'd say Let There Be Carnage, then Venom 1, then Morbius. My favorites would be Venom 1, Venom 2, Morbius, I think. Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. I also wanted to add one more thing. The writers for Morbius are writing Madam Web, and I think the only part of Morbius, like, the writers were the only people who screwed up on this movie, in my opinion. Morbius has a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes because there's no plot. It's literally just good guy wants something, bad guy takes something, good guy goes after bad guy. So much of this movie is good guy goes after bad guy, especially the final fight, which was so rushed and ended literally out of nowhere. But again, I do like the regret of Leto's character after finding the solution. He spent his entire life trying to find a cure, and he did, but he regrets it now. I thought that was a great storytelling decision. However, what differs from him and Venom is that Morbius blacks out whenever he kills someone in the beginning. Eddie Brock is actually in Venom, as weird as that sounds, and he has to watch the chaos he's causing without having any power to intervene. What I'm trying to say is that Venom actually has to suffer the consequences while they are happening, and he can't do anything about it. Blacking out while killing people only works for for characters like Moon Knight. Someone commented, are you going to watch WWE WrestleMania this weekend? Someone else commented, I now work part-time online, come to my house to see it. What are these comments? Can we get a close-up on the mustache? Blacking out while killing people only works for characters like Moon Knight, but for Morbius it has very little effect on his character and the audience. How good was this movie? Oh, how good was this movie? It deserved the very low rating it got on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a 15 to 20%. But in terms of how much I liked it, I give it a 79 or 80 out of 100. For the next part of this review, I'll be going over spoilers, so follow my TikTok Lil Mill on TikTok and subscribe to my YouTube Lil Mill. You sound like you like it. Yeah, I love it. I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone left. Okay. Throughout this entire movie, they teased Adria becoming a vampire, and it was very obvious, like her asking how it feels for the duration of the film. I really wanted that to happen. I'm so glad it did because I loved that character. I wanted to tease my theory that I got correctly, and it's that what if Strange's spell screwed up in some places, and that people who went back during No Way Home got sent back to the wrong universe. Well, that kind of happened with Vulture. This is all the plan I love, which is to separate Sony's universe and the MCU. Vulture and Morbius will be a part of Andrew's Sinister Six, and Tom will have his own Sinister Six. This clears up problems with the group being overcrowded, which were my worries before. I was one of the very few people who would have loved the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Sinister Six. I thought that was the most perfect group we could get besides No Way Home's group of villains. The director of Morbius confirmed that the Spider-Man and the Morbius/Venom universe, and clearly that's different from the MCU with Tom. So basically that is a confirmation on Andrew returning. More on that in a future video. Someone commented, Daddy, what is up with all these comments? The CGI was good. Thank you for bringing that up. I thought the CGI, it was either really good or really bad. Like, the CGI for some close-ups of Morbius was really good, like we saw at the end of the trailer, but other shots were so bad. Like, for Matt Smith, a lot of it looked like a 2D picture. Like, he was holding a paper and he put it in front of his face. It looked like a 2D picture just slapped on his face. It looked so bad. But yeah, I thought the CGI was either really good or really bad, which was weird. But anyways, what did you guys think about Morbius? I don't know why I'm asking that, but please subscribe to my YouTube Lil Mill, and please follow my TikTok Lil Mill on TikTok. I'll be going live at Disneyland and Avengers Campus, so stay tuned. Thank you. And let me know where you want me to go live. I'll be going throughout the entire park, obviously. But also one more thing, I can't make reactions to shows anymore because I use OBS Studio and I can't seem to get the audio of my Disney Plus shows. So if anyone could help me on that, that would be awesome. Thank you guys.